Greetings. This week I wanted to just take a moment and talk about the writing workshop and also the uh, criteria that is being used to assess your fellow peers' work. And this is very similar to the same criteria that is used in your assessment of your creative work, both in week 5 and week 7. So I wanted to just share a few thoughts about that with you and kind of give you some ideas on how to approach it. Uh, as you see, the PDF that is kind of the guide for this workshop mentions, don't copy edit it. I mean, it's okay to point out some errors or so on, but that's not the focus. The focus is on the writing and the intention of the author. So you want to be honest and constructive. One thing you may want to look for is theme. Why do you think the author wrote this? What is it? What what is the purpose? What does the author want you to take away as a reader after finishing the story? And when we look at setting, it's not just beautiful descriptions. You can describe a beach or a forest or a room very well, but it's also about being able to make that setting integral to the theme or the plot so that it dovetails. Everything should have a unified purpose. So that's really important too. We talk about characters and plot. Characters, obviously, we want to know more than just what they look like. We want to know, what do they need? What are their intentions? What do they want? And then when we talk about plot is conflict. And that's what gets us as readers, as audience, to stay with the story or with the poem. Finally, point of view and tone are specific. That the if the point of view shifts from one character to another, from first person to third, it makes it a very bumpy ride for the reader. So we look at wanting to be very consistent in both point of view and tone. And then, elements of strong writing, yes, if there are certain grammatical errors or just, sentence patterns repeat each other, one after another, the same. John went to the barn. John saw a cow. John grabbed a rope. John, it becomes very repetitious, and it becomes what happens is the reader kind of begins to know what's going to happen next, and they give up. So take those things into consideration. And one big final question: what would help you? Think about that before you start your critique. What would help you and your story, your poem, your screenplay to be bigger, better, more effective, and more engaging for the audience?